students. Today we will start the third lesson, resource depletion. So resource. So it is the material or substance that is available in the larger quantities of the earth crust and that is used to fulfill the needs of the people, not only for this generation, for the future generation also. Resources can be classified into non-renewable resources and renewable resources. The resources that can be replenished easily, we call it as renewable resources, or the resources that cannot be replenished, it is called as non-renewable resources. So the non-renewable resources, once it is used, it will be exhausted, but renewable resources, even though if you use it cannot be exhausted. So now we will discuss about what are the causes of the depletion of resources. So overuse and irrational use of resources. So if a land is used for grazing of animals, that leads to overgrazing and that causes the depletion of soil, or it reduces the fertility of the soil. So in our overfishing in the ponds or lakes, so that also causes depletion of fishes. So this is the example for overuse or irrational use of resources. Non-equitable distribution of the resources. So you cannot get all the resources in one place. So the resources cannot be distributed uniformly. So for transportation and for extraction, it will cost more. So because of that reason, it may causes depletion of resources. Overpopulation. With the increase in the population growth, more demand for the resources, that causes the depletion of resources. With the development of science and technology, the depletion of resources has increased. Excessive mining causes not only deforestation, but also it causes the depletion of the land sources. So deforestation, lavishing lifestyle, and lack of awareness about the impacts of the depletion of resources on the environment. These are the causes of depletion of resources. So what are the impacts of depletion of resources? First one, imbalance in nature. So when the depletion of resources takes place, it causes imbalance in the nature. The best example, due to deforestation, the amount of carbon dioxide increases in the atmosphere, and that causes global warming. Due to global warming, climate change occurs, floods is caused, and also the sea level increases, melting of polar ice caps. So these are the impacts of deforestation, but that definitely due to these things there will be imbalance in the nature. And more usage of forest products also leads to deforestation, and due to deforestation habitat destruction takes place. Then with the depletion of resources, struggle for existence. So we will not get the resources that will make the survival easier. Lacking of economic growth, it directly affects on the economic conditions of the country as the availability of resources has been reduced. So depletion of groundwater. Due to the increase in the population growth, more extraction of especially water sources takes place. So that causes the depletion of groundwater. Availability of resources, especially for future generation, will be affected. And the main thing, loss of biodiversity. Loss of biodiversity. So now, in what way we can conserve the resources, or what are the measures we can take so that it will conserve the resources? So use of alternatives, especially for fossil fuels like CNG, you can use biogas or biofuels instead of fossil fuel, because fossil fuels it will take more time to get renewed. So because of that reason we can use alternatives. And in agricultural activities we can use biopesticides, biomanures, so that soil is conserved. And not only soil is conserved, it also prevents the soil degradation and the soil erosion also. So we have to stop the activities that leads to deforestation. by controlling the overgrazing of animals. If grazing of animals takes place on any land continuously, it leads to overgrazing, and that reduces the productivity of the soil. Last one, using of public transport or carpool system. So instead of using own vehicles, we can use public transport or carpool system. That reduces the usage of energy sources. So poverty. Poverty is nothing but the lack of basic needs. Lack of basic needs such as clean water, nutrition, education, clothing, shelter, and the inability to afford these things, we call it as poverty. According to UN, poverty is a denial of choices and opportunities. According to UN, poverty is a denial of choices and opportunities and violation of human dignity. Violation of human dignity. Poverty in India. So especially in India, India is a developing nation. So the total population, out of total population of India, nearly 400 million people. 400 million people are living below poverty line. That means 75% of the poor people live in rural areas. In that 400 million people, 75% of the poor people live in rural India, and most of the people are daily wages, laborers and self-employed householders. So what are the impacts of poverty on or what are the causes of rural poverty and what are the causes of urban poverty? Especially in rural area, unequal distribution of income among the landlords who own some more lands and the farmers. So this results in the poverty. Landlords are rich and the farmers, they are poor. High population growth due to the lack of planning, lack of family planning, especially in rural areas. The population is growth is high as a lack of family planning. Illiteracy due to poverty and lack of good educational institutions is also one reason for the poverty. Caste system, especially in rural areas, caste system is the major cause for the poverty. What are the causes of urban poverty in India? Restricted access to the employment opportunities and income. So employment opportunities are less, and because of that reason income is also less. Lack of proper housing facilities, unhygienic environment, especially in the rural areas. The basic needs they are not getting. So no social security schemes. So there is no social security schemes. Last one, bad government policy is the major cause of urban poverty. So how poverty is related to environment or environmental degradation? Especially poor people, they are not getting the resources. So to harvest the resources, so they will start using the resources for like firewood, agricultural products like maize, water and wild plants. So their medicines, that leads to deforestation. They are using overusing the natural resources because they don't have money to get these natural resources. So due to insufficient income of the people, they will start overusing the resources that are available for their survival. They have no quality drinking water as they they pollute the rivers by dumping the waste. Lack of education prohibits them from practicing sustainable agriculture practice. Definitely it will conserve the soil, and to protect the natural resources against degradation, they don't have any knowledge about these things, so that will causes the degradation to the environment. Land use. So it is very important term to conserve the land. So it involves the management and modification of natural environment or uncultivated land into built environments such as settlements and semi-natural habitats such as arable land. Arable land means the land which is used for agricultural purpose, and pastures that is used for grazing of animals, and managed woods, that is forest cover. So we are converting the natural environment into built environment like arable fields, pastures and managed wood. So if a land which is suitable for agriculture, if that land is used for infrastructure, that leads to land degradation. So a land which is suitable for a single use, if it is converted into another use, that results in soil erosion. For example, if grasslands are used for grazing of animals continuously, then that land will become desert as it loses its productivity due to the overgrazing of animals. So what are the reasons for changing the land use? So definitely increase in the population growth has changed the land use pattern, changing socio-economic status and lavishing lifestyle. So lavishing lifestyle leads to the overuse of the natural resources, and a reduction in agricultural efficiency and profitability. So agricultural activities has been affected, and migration to urban areas. The people will migrate from rural areas to urban areas in search of better life and better jobs. So that results in the degradation of the land. Industrial development. For setting up of the industries, we are using the productive lands, that causes degradation of the land as it pollutes the land. Increase in the developmental projects like roads, railways, dams, etc. Because nowadays with the development of industries and other things, so and urbanization, so increase in the developmental projects also like roads and railways and dams, so that has used the productive lands like forest cover or agricultural lands. So what are the effects of changing land use pattern? So definitely it leads to deforestation, and that leads to destruction of habitats. It disturbs water cycle. It leads to soil erosion and landslides. Urban development especially, it causes air and water pollution. Conversion of farmlands and forests into the infrastructural activities has reduced the land cover. Land cover, mainly it is used for getting food and timber production, and it has reduced the forest products also. Lastly, it has resulted in the extinction of some species. Modern agriculture. So it is a term used for the agricultural activities, in that we are using more chemical fertilizers, pesticides and advanced equipments and a lot of energy supplements we are using to get a good yield of crops. That is called as modern agriculture. So what happens when we carry out the modern agriculture, or what are the effects of modern agriculture? So it leads to soil erosion, because to get a good yield of crops we are using more chemical fertilizers and pesticides, and also it results in the increase in sedimentation of especially sedimentation towards the downstream side of the river, or we can say it results in the siltation of water bodies, alteration in the fertility of the soil, or fertility of the soil has been reduced, and increase in the deforestation that has caused soil pollution. It leads to desertification, or the land cover will be converted into desert, as due to soil erosion and soil pollution the land loses its productivity. So what are the difference between developed countries and developing countries? So there is a more difference, especially the countries will be divided into two types: developed countries and the developing nations. So based on the usage of resources, based on the industries, based on the agricultural activities and other things, so we will classify them into developed countries and developing nations. And one more term we are using for developed and developing nations. Usually developed nations are termed as north countries and developing nations are termed as south countries. So what is the meaning of this developed country? More industrial setups and individual income of that country, individual income of in that country will be higher. And developing nations, definitely the rate of industrialization it is less compared to developed nations, and low per capita income in the low it is income is low, income is very low, and unemployment and poverty it is very low because most of the people are employed, but in the developing nations, so unemployment and poverty is very high, and infant mortality, that means the death of children, and especially birth and death rate of the children is very low in the developed nations because of the advanced medicines and treatments in the developed nations. But in developing nations, mortality and death rate of children it is very high because of the and also low expectancy of the life, as the treatment and the medicines are not properly done in the developing nations, or availability of treatment it is less in the developing nations. Living conditions and standards. So living conditions of the northern countries or developed countries, definitely it is very good, but it is moderate in the developing nations. And standard of living, so definitely in modern in developed countries it is very high, standard of living it is high, but in developing nations it is low because the income it is less in the developing nation, income of the people is less in the developing nations. And the distribution of income in especially developed nations it is almost equal, but distribution of income it is compared to it is unequal. Not only that, there is more wealth gap in the between the rich and the poor. The wealth gap is more in the developing nations. So in that way we can differentiate between the developed nations and developing nations. So what are the policies related to the water in India? So because water is the most important natural resource which helps in the survival of all the organisms. It is required for the survival of all the organisms, but due to various reasons water is getting polluted, and we are facing the scarcity of water. So to conserve water, there are some policies which are implemented in India, that is National Water Policy. National Water Policy, policy on rainwater harvesting. So because everyone should get everyone has the ability to access the water, but that is especially the people who are below poverty line, they are unable to access the pure water and pure drinking water and food and other things. So that will help by this policy it will be helpful. So National Water Policy, policy on rainwater harvesting, to fulfill the needs of the demand of water, so we have to carry out rainwater harvesting. So second one is policy on rainwater harvesting. The third one, National Water Mission. So all these three policies are helpful in conserving the water that is required for the people. So what are the issues related to water in India? So what are the problems or issues that are related to water in India? First one is water scarcity. We are not getting the clean water. We are not getting the clean water for all the users. It may be for industries, it may be for domestic use. We are not getting the water properly. And the depletion of groundwater. With the increase in the population growth, so extraction of groundwater has increased. That has resulted in the depletion of groundwater. Due to the various human activities, industrialization, urbanization and other activities, so the quality of the water has been reduced. the disputes and fights over the water, because there are many disputes in sharing of water, especially in our state, Kaveri issue. That is a major problem in the sharing of water. So major disputes and fights over the sharing of water, especially inaction of the part. The government is not acting actively towards towards these issues which are related to the availability of water or to get the water. So by this we come to the end of the third lesson, resource depletion. In the next class we will start the fourth lesson, waste generation. Thank you.